Ali here, and in today's video we're checking out the looping delay from 4MS. The looping delay is a clock-based digital delay with crystal clear repeats. It can be used in mono or stereo, which is great. It has a send and return, which is one of my favourite ways to get experimental with delays, and a whole load of other features as well. And so the plan today is I'll give you an overview of how everything works and then make some music. If that sounds fun, then please stick around. Also, please do subscribe if you have not already. I was checking out my analytics earlier on today and I realised that over 50% of my viewers have not subscribed. So why not just hit that button and join me for some future videos. So yeah, let's check out the looping delay. Okay, so here's the front panel. We have a time and a feedback control. When the feedback is all the way down at 0, we get only one repeat. And as we bring it up, we get more. When we get to 100%, the repeats will kind of plateau. They won't get any louder or quieter, and this is great for sound on sound, which I'll be exploring a bit more later. If we go to 110%, then the delays will start to crescendo and get very, very loud. So be careful with that. The time control is going to be giving us divisions and multiplications of the clock. We have an external clock input here. We can also tap in a tap tempo with the ping button. We also have this little switch here which allows us to go super back in time. We can get really long delays with this. I don't even know how long that will take to come in. There we go. And we also have a reverse here. Which is cool. So you can see how much it stores in the buffer. This is really great this is why it's a loop and delay. You can have so much information in there. We also have a hold button, which is cool. Get really experimental with that. Another thing to point out actually is if you wanted to do the Karplus Strong thing, which I'll be checking out later as well, then you need a super fast delay. I might tap in fact I'll change the clock. And we can actually press the hold button and move. Move the time control to be more precise with our delays. And the time input becomes a volt per octave input if we want to do that. What else do we have? We have a return and send, which I'll also be exploring later. The return, if you want to use the module in stereo, then the return becomes your second input and the send becomes your second output. We have a clock out and a loop clock out, which is great. And I think everything else is modulatable as well. Yeah, we have time, feedback, delay feed. The delay feed is kind of like your record level or your input level. Mix, hold, and reverse. So yeah, everything is modulatable as modular should be. So yeah, that's the brief overview. There's more kind of things you can do that we'll have a look at later, but yeah, cool. So let's take a look at sound on sound and how this works with the loop and delay. I have a clock coming in here from palms and I have the time down to the lowest setting on the highest switch. And I'm going to set the feedback to 100% and just play in a sound, and that should infinitely loop. Just going to unfreeze it as well. There we go. Now I'm going to hit the hold button to kind of store that in the buffer, and that allows me to play over the top without recording any more sounds. And I'm going to find... I like that. So yeah, next you would unhold, so you can record on top. And hold to kind of save it. I want to add a nice bassy sound. I also want to hear what Beads is doing. Ooh. I like that. I'm gonna freeze it on Beads as well. Yes. So once again, unhold. And this is really good because it's being clocked, it means we can add our external drum machines, etc. on top, and it will be absolutely in time with our loop. But first, I think I want to add a bass to this. I've got a DX7 sound in here somewhere. Oh yeah, that's the one. There's a few things you can do with this loop once you've got it saved. The most obvious one is just reverse everything. But another cool one is because you press the hold button between every take, you can actually start to peel those layers off. The way you do this is you turn the feedback up to 110% and hold the hold button and bring it down to 0. In theory. That didn't work, I don't know why. There we go. And you can bring it back in the same way. So yeah, this is just a really brief example of how Sound on Sound works on the loop and delay. You can obviously get a lot more creative, build these really huge pads. You could go a lot longer with the delay time and get much more sort of evolving musical ideas. And if you would like to clear the buffer, this is a nice little trick. You just press all 3 buttons together. this patch I'm using the send and return to get these kind of dub style delays. The way I've got this patched up is the send is going into the filter input. From there I've got the high pass output going into the beads input, and the beads output going to the return. So I've got this kind of chain of effects here, not just the filter but beads as well. And when beads is all the way dry, we won't hear it at all. So we get these amazing filtered delays. Now you have to be quite careful with this effect. It can get out of control very quickly, which is why I'm really riding the filter cutoff here. But it just adds this incredibly amazing ambience. And then bringing beads kind of gets that shimmer effect happening. Mixed with the filter, it's really unique. Of course, you can put any external effects into the loop. I've never tried like a phaser or a flanger before. I imagine a very resonant flanger will sound great. Yeah, it's one of my favourite effects. So let's try out some Karplus Strong. I have plats here in the kind of snare drum mode, and I'm going to trigger that with palms. And if I bring the delay feed up, we can hear that the delays are so small that they're actually starting to resonate and create a note. I have a very fast clock going into the ping input here, and if I bring the feedback up, then it creates a note. And also the character of the input can shape the character of the created note. And the time control here affects the pitch of the note. But you can hear it's kind of quantized. So what we need to do is hold the hold button and turn the knob, and it will become unquantized. Now this can get loud, so I'm going to turn the mix down a bit. And we can create melodies. really great way to come out with your own unique oscillator sounds. Great to experiment with different sound inputs as well. Nice. I just love clocked delays. You can get really cool rhythms happening on this. Liked my exploration of the loop and delay, then please leave a like and a comment. If you'd like to help support the channel, I do have a Patreon page where I upload extra videos and sample packs. Or alternatively, there is some affiliate links down below. If you buy anything from there, I get a little cut of the sale. And as always, thank you for watching. I'll catch y'all soon.
Hey!